Now, for those who don't know, Twiztid is an underground band. Okay. So me and my homie were selling some weed to get into this concert. We had earned our way slowly but surely, but that's a different story. It's been long enough I could talk about it anyway. So, we got our way in. I rolled a half ounce of joints for myself, and another half for my friend. So, we had like 30 joints, about 14 apiece. And we had been in the line. We're like, how are we gonna get in with all these joints? And he's like, well, there's a rip in the back of my leather. So we slid him into the back of his leather. Sorry, it was blunt, strong. So we slid it into the back of his leather, and we were in the line, and everyone's chanting, "Magic, magic ninjas, what? Magic, magic ninjas, what?" Everyone's just getting it in the crowd. And so me and the homie, we're just hype. We're over there fucking like just doing it, you know? And we're watching the crowd. Because, I mean, we're doing chants and they're doing chants. And next thing you know, I zero in on this guy. He's a couple ahead of me. And I could see he's faded. He is fucking drunk. This cat is fucked up. He is so drunk. He is damn near kissing his homie's cheek. I love you, man. He's hanging on the homie. I love you. It was clowning. So we're like, that ninja, look at that ninja. He's so faded. He's into his first concert and he's just drunk, ready for the show. So they pat him down. They take his ticket and they push him through. So we get in shortly after. And granted, I told you, drunk dude, I make note. I watch everything around me. I'm hyper vigilant. So I pay attention to every little thing around me. Well, we went into the bathroom. We pulled these joints out of his jacket. And when we came back out, that drunk dude, we lock eyes with him. And he's being dragged out. Not even... It took us a minute to walk into the bathroom and walk out. And they're already dragging him out. So they stole his ticket and booted him. Basically. They're like, this fucking juggalo. We're gonna tell security and pull him out. They didn't even let him touch the stage before pulling him out of the concert. Why would you let him in? I mean, let him sell his ticket. Anything would have been better than that. But they robbed him. They fucking robbed him. That's how I felt. And that's how my homie felt. So I was heated. And he was heated. And we go up to the stage. And we're kicking it. And we're smoking. Because, you know, we got all these fucking joints. But there's a fucking camera up there. So, you have to take your joints and hold it like this. So you can't see the cherry. That's how you smoke at a concert. And then you go, and then you duck right. And then you duck left. And then you pass it to someone. And they'll hit it. Like that, show the cherry. And then you grab it again. And you hide it with your hand. You duck. I got so many people fucking almost taken out while they were looking for me. So the first show goes up, and it's like some opener band. I think it was like Intrinsic or something, because it was in Tucson. No, it was Vampire. It was Kung Fu Vampire. And it was just a show. It was okay. He did like 2 songs that actually rocked the place. Then, up popped Potluck. And Potluck was one of my favorite bands at the time, beside Twiztid, and it was one of my top 5s. Especially underground. Top 3. So I went to see Potluck there, clearly, because that was one of the opener shows, and Potluck rocked it. They were throwing blunt wraps into the crowd. So I broke down a couple of my joints and rolled it up into a blunt. And I was smoking. And they did Hotbox Anthem. If you don't know, it goes, "Oh, you ain't smoking? Watch what second handle do." And I waited. I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for him. He goes, "Oh, you ain't smoking?" And I blew my cloud out at all these ninjas. And they're like, "Watch what second handle do." And they're all like on me. And I'm like, here. I lit up a second one. Started passing double toe. Left him one and dipped. Because I wasn't trying to kick it. You can't. So, then, I forgot to mention, like I said, drunk dude, he got robbed. We had told everybody before this show even started. I told some ninja, he told some ninja, he told another ninja. Next thing you know, everybody, every motherfucking clown in that place, everybody painted up. It was us versus security. And it was fucked. And the funny thing is, I have it. I have it all on my tiny little flip phone. I could show footage of the security jumping us. Like, I got this recording of this. They were doing fucking a skit, and as they're playing the skit, this ninja was just dancing, and his toe touched the line, and the security yanked him across the fucking. He just yanked him, pulled him back into the back. It was so fucked. So my homie, he was going in and out of the mosh, and he had told me, "Here, hold my stuff," but for some reason he didn't give me his phone. So he loses his phone in the mosh pit. He didn't even notice. Next thing you know, it's about midway through the show, where like in between sets, and we went to go take a piss, and he's like, "Fuck, dude, where's my phone? Can I use yours to call it?" And I tossed him my phone, and he called it instantly. Second ring. He's like, "Yeah, I'm right here." And he handed him his phone back, just like juggalo shit. The fucking it was pretty hood. Cause like not many shows that there is that you'll just get your shit handed back, especially a juggalo show. I mean, that was just family. So midway through the show, or actually, I guess at the start of the show, at the start of the Twiztid show, it's like they did their set. Then they did like a halfway through thing where like they did half their songs, and then they stopped and started like taking a breath and clowning. And it was so funny because up on the stage we got fucking Madrox, and he's up on the stage and he's like, "Dude, I had the worst nightmare last night." And it was right after Michael Jackson died. So he goes, I went to sleep, and I was laying there, and I heard, and I'm like, what? And then I like lay back down, and I heard, ow! And he like brushed my collar, and I woke up, and the shit was like Freddy Krueger, cause like when I woke up, there was still a fairy dust on my shoulder. He said he left little sparkles on my shit. Oh man. But then right after that, they started playing their harder shit, making moshes start. And that's when the riot started. There was at least 3 or 4 security that I seen have to be dragged out. I seen one security get picked out of the mosh pit. There were so many ambulances there because it basically became security versus juggalos. It was bad. It was bad. It was crazy, dude. It was literally fucking nuts. And the security were getting the butt end of that stick. So, next thing you know, the show ends. And we're like, fuck, alright. And I remember we were slowly packing out of the building, and I could see the lights. There was all the windows were blacked out except the tops. And all I could see was lights flicking. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so we walk out. And I still got this on camera on that little ass phone. I just gotta get it charged. And I'll show that shit. But we walked out that motherfucker. And I'm like, here, piggy. And there's at least on my fucking, like, there's at least 150, maybe 300 fucking police SUVs. They called every cop in the state. They called for backup. Just to have a show. Oh, we got our gang in the parking lot. It took us about 10 minutes to get to the car. And I swear, but when we were driving out towards the freeway, there was a mile long, at least. It was a literal mile long of straight juggalos in a line, just mobbing in one single file line, just like it's the fucking fair going on. They were going to the after party or something, I don't even know. If I didn't have a fucking ride, I would have followed. But we're gonna see where this goes. But it was like 11 at night, and it was like the craziest fucking thing. I couldn't hear. Fuck, man. That was the nuts show. That was the nuts show. All right. Yeah, man.